Hi everybody, so this is the CIP Heavy Bomber. We're going to be using this to try and take out as much of the enemy force in one sweep as we can. On board we've got a bombing lead camera and a camera that hopefully will catch the bombs as they drop away from the ship and we can watch them go down to their target. As when we drop the bombs we'll probably be past them. We've also got 10 of the ground strike medium air-to-ground strike missiles that you saw used by the drone, and there's 10 on each wing, so we've got 20. We've also got 50mm self-defense machine guns mounted underneath the ship. They'll be used mostly against missiles that are flying at the ship and anybody trying to come after the ship. So we've got several on the tail, several on the top. The only blind spot we've got is directly above. But I'm assuming, well, most missiles will be coming below me. I'm not going to be fighting this on ground level. This is going to be up high. I've also got countermeasures on the wingtips and behind the engines as well. So let's go ahead and launch this. So let's just put the brakes on just to make sure she doesn't go anywhere. So we've got two weapons managers here. One weapons manager is going to be set onto a guard mode. So I'm going to toggle guard mode. So these turrets are going to try and fire on any incoming missile. The rear weapons manager is the weapons manager that my hotkeys are on. So I'm just going to toggle team to team B. And beyond that, we're going to leave it. Our hotkeys can deal with everything else from here on in. So you've got arm, disarm, next weapon, fire and countermeasures. Unfortunately, there's no hotkey for next target, unfortunately. But other than that, so we're going to take off the brakes, we're going to fire up the engines, and we're going to get this baby rolling. So we're going to get her off the ground. We're going to climb to about 3,000 meters. Up about 3,000 to 4,000 meters because the ground's a bit higher. So 3,500 meters would be ideal. At which point we can come in and try a bombing run on the target to see what we can take out. Possibly sweep around for a second bombing run depending on how much ordnance we have left. At which point we then need to descend to below 2,000 meters, come within the kill envelope of the enemy and engage with our own air-to-ground missiles while trying to dodge enemy incoming fire. So this could be quite a dangerous mission if we end up having to spend a lot of time attacking the ground forces. I'm hoping that we can hit the enemy's AAA with our bombs before the enemy before we have to engage at close range. So let's pull up. Get up off the ground. You're in. There we go. So good inclination. Okay folks, so what I'm going to do is we are just going to climb to the altitude and basically point our craft over there towards the enemy. So that's going to take a little while, she's a bit of a slow bird. She can manoeuvre. As you can see, the engines really do help with the changing of the pitch and the yaw, but she is quite slow. As you can see, she's coming around. So yeah. Dodging incoming fire from missiles is certainly something that I want to avoid, so I want to try and take out the AAA, the enemy AAA, as much as I can. But so I'll see you in a bit, guys, once we've climbed up to our requisite height. Our direction indicator is above and in line with our target indicator, so I'm hoping that we'll get some good hits with this. Let's go back to our... have we got physical contact yet? Have we loaded in? No, it doesn't appear that we've loaded in. Okay, no problems. We'll see a lag spike when it does. Just trying to bring that target marker over as much as we can and we're going to drop ordnance over the main body there. Don't freak out on me. Okay, we're going to start dropping soon. Okay, so bombs away, which is good. We're going to carry on watching as our bombs fall. So you can see our bombs falling towards the target. We'll be flying over the tops of the target. We're about 4 kilometers away. The targets have loaded in. As you can see, our target's just up there with the headlights, and the bombs just coming in. So I just want to push the nose of this vehicle down. We're still climbing. We've released some bombs on the wings, so we're a bit lighter. We're about 4,500 meters up now, which is a bit too high, to be honest. So our bombs are still falling to the ground. So there's no fire from the enemy yet, so we're definitely outside and above of their cover umbrella, their AAA umbrella. And you can see our bombs, our first bombs. I'm hoping to drop amongst the cluster, but our plane was kind of squirreling around at the last minute. The SAS was messing up slightly. So I'm hoping that we'll have got something. As you can see, we've got incoming fire. They are firing on the bombs. If any of those bombs explode, their blast might take out the other bombs. Well, they seem to be just concentrating on the first bomb in the line. And that one was dropped early-ish, so I'm hoping that we're still going to get some good strikes. If we see a puff of smoke in mid-air before our targets are hit, then we definitely know that they've taken out 1 or 2 of the bombs. But at the moment, nothing seems to be happening. I'm just trying to keep the it framed for you. Okay, zoom in again as the bomb's getting closer. So the first bomb has detonated mid-air. So the tanks, I assume, will start to concentrate on the second bombs. The bombs look like they're going wide, maybe. Perhaps the last one that we fired. So that bomb there is detonated early. Second bomb detonated. Third bomb detonated. It looks like we're going to miss. So no damage at all. Let's come out of that camera view. So we're going to have to come back around and try another bombing run. Okay, so we've come back around. I'm diving on my target slightly. I'm okay as long as I stay outside the 2000. I just want to do a pinpoint hit on a AA. pull up. Okay, and we're going to pull away from them and pull up. We're at 2,600 meters, so we should still be okay. And we're going to pull the nose up and disengage. We've dropped a selection of bombs, and I'm going to pull the nose of the ship up. We lost quite a lot of airspeed coming around in that long looping turn. We're at 2,500 meters still, which is still okay. There's a few things just 2.3 kilometers away because they're at the height of the ground, but we're starting to climb again. And we're just going to watch our bombs fall, and you can already see the little red sparks as they try and take out the bombs. Now the bombs are firing on a very steady trajectory, unlike a missile, so the missiles do jink around a little bit, especially in later versions of the DD Armory mod pack. The earlier versions, the missiles were a bit dumb. Okay, so they've taken out the very first bomb. That's not going to hit the tanker I'd aimed it at. So let's see if we can get any more tank kills on this little cluster. So we want anything that's pink to suddenly go into a different colour. It looks like they're taking out the bombs with fire. Okay, definitely hit something. Something has been struck. What's the debris that's going away there? So we've hit a missile defense. We're going to drop some bombs on these tanks. Try and get near to them. There you go, one bomb away. I'm going to drop a couple more over here. And I'm going to try and hit this AA missile over here. There we go. Bombs are away. So about 2,500 meters, which is a relatively comfortable distance. I'm just going to let the plane fly on as the bombs drop towards their targets. So quite a long fall time to the targets. We're under quite a lot of lag. We're going to need to check our bomb loads, because if we're getting low on bomb loads, then I'm probably going to come in a lot lower and do missile runs. Well, I'll probably do a missile run from about this height. We're still outside of the umbrella coverage. So I just want to straighten her out. She's a big old bird, she is. She's properly trying to fight me. It is clever enough to drop ordnance from different wings alternatively, but you do end up unbalanced to some degree, unless you fire them in pairs. And I can hear guns firing very, very faintly. You can see the red dashes. Let's go to our... Yep. As you can see, the fire going in towards the bombs there. So that looks like one bomb has been taken out. One bomb has been destroyed by incoming fire. So they're always going to shoot at the closest ordnance. I really hope that I take out some AA missiles. So that passed directly over the first tank, so if only I'd dropped them earlier. So those tanks are relatively safe still, so we're looking at the bomb clutch down here is probably going to be the next lot to go, which is going to hopefully take out the AA tank. Yes, there we go, detonation. AA tank confirmed. Destroyed, maybe. So that's one less thing to worry about. And this one? Definitely debris caused. Some degree caused. But it looks like it's still operational. Okay. Okay, we're just coming in for another bombing run, and we're going to try and take out a few of these tanks. There we go, bombs away. And I'm going to swap to the next missile weapon, and I'm going to fire try and take this out this. Okay, so we've released a load of missiles. Sorry about going silent a little bit, just concentrating. Oh, look at that, direct hit. We're hitting with our missiles. Our bombs are still coming in. The missiles doing an amazing amount of work. I think the bombs have distracted their anti. Oh, look at that. That's a huge hit. Those are massive hits. These missiles are amazing. There is debris going absolutely everywhere, and we've got bombs incoming as well. Bombs hit. Bombs have destroyed one of the tanks as well. So that is an amazing run. And now we have to hope we don't get hit by the enemy's AA. So I'm climbing hard as I can. There's a lot of debris just going absolutely everywhere. The game is struggling a little bit, but I'm hoping a lot of it settles down and combusts as it falls back to the ground. You can see a lot of it is winking out. So we've got transport, missile. It looks like quite a lot of vehicles have been thrown around because they're no longer in their nice regimented lines. So that's going to be our first target, if we can get our nose around. We've still got our missiles selected. As long as we can get our nose around, because we're firing such a high degree, it will run out of fuel before it gets to the target, but as it's falling onto a target as opposed to having to track the target, I'm hoping that it will be able to continually keep its airspeed and hit the target at a much lower reduced velocity. So just coming around here, we're 3.5 kilometers away. So, but we're keeping our nose down. We're 2.6 kilometers up in the air, which is fine. I want to get this below. Let's just keep my nose down and let my height speed bleed off. Okay, so we're going to fire weapon 1. Next target. Fire weapon 2. Come on, select target. It's not going to let me select it. Okay, and the nose up. Okay. Fire. Direct hit. I'll try and hit these rovers. Fire again. So that transport down there is definitely being blown around. So we've got 2 weapons inbounds. Wow, that got catapulted. Jesus Christ. I'm going to track that in a second. And last. Okay, that was a dud. Where are you going? Oh, he got blown up into the stratosphere. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see him again. I mean, he may have just been a probe body or something like that from the wreckage. Because there's Transport Rover 7 there, and there's Transport Rover 7 over there as well. And that's gone somewhere as well. That's collapsing down. Okay, so we've definitely, I reckon this down here is a false positive. Because we've just blown major parts of it halfway across the map. We've also got this AA missile thing that's apparently decided to go for a flying lesson. So that's gone. I don't know where that's gone, but that's gone. So I'm going to bring the nose of our craft around again. We're going to take out Tank 8 and Transporter 2. Yeah, that's just landed, sending debris everywhere, so that's probably dead. So that's target 1. I'm going to bring the nose of the ship around. And fine. Missile away. Target 2. Missile away. Oof, that missile came really close to my cockpit. Okay, let's try that. Missile away. And I know this is probably mostly debris, but I'm going to try taking this one out as well. So we've got 3 missiles in the air, and we've got a 4th one lined up on the their AAA over there. I don't know what's left of the AAA, it might just be its brain. There's still fire coming in as a desperate defensive fire against our incoming missiles. So Tank 8 destroys, NCP Transporter 2 managed to destroy its incoming missile. There we go, that's the last one, so there's just a transporter left. I'm going to try taking out this AA missile defense. Once we get closer. It could just be the brain. Most of this, it might be destroyed. Let's fire. Seems to be mostly destruction. There's just bits littering the field absolutely everywhere. So it looks like this is the only thing that's left still standing, which is transporter number 2 by the looks of it. So that's our last target. Come on. I'm not quite sure why it's bouncing around targeting wise. If you look, it's flicking all over the place. I want this target this. Thank you. Fire. Fire. 2 missiles away. Let's see if I can spot the action. No, just out of range of my camera. Not quite pointing in the right direction. Okay, so there's 2 missiles inbounds on the transporter. We just need 1 good strike. It appears to be armed with a machine gun on its top, which is what's been taking out the last few missiles, but looks like, yep, definite contact. Yes, the transporter appears to be rolling down a hill, perhaps. Yeah. Direct hit. Transporter destroyed. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. That's not carrying anybody. Okay, mission successful. We've managed to neutralise the enemy's attack. We've managed to kill multiple tanks. Look at that, still just floating through the air. We've managed to destroy multiple enemy contacts. We've destroyed 4 enemy AAA tanks, weapon systems. We've managed to destroy 2 small tank companies or divisions, and we've managed to wipe out a advanced attack force, mechanized attack force, infantry division. So I'm quite happy with today's work. We've managed to blunt the threat of the Northern Coalition breaking through our lines. The question is that now that the Northern Coalition's spear thrust has been blunted, what is the rest of their army going to do? So we're going to have to find out in the next episode to find out what the Northern Coalition choose to do. Are they going to attack en masse? Is it going to devolve down into a giant tank battle? Or are they going to flee back towards their own lines? Okay, so we're making our final descent. We're at 700 meters and falling. I've throttled right back. I'm not actually aiming to land on the runway because this bird is just so big and so cumbersome that I'm just going to try and landing next to the runway, and having a successful landing I think is what I want to do, as opposed to having a disaster, because I'm going to consider the mission a success if I can bring Kerbals back home and consistently keep killing the enemy. If, on the other hand, I can't bring Kerbals home, then this mission would have been a draw. So it's all down to me, really. So I'm going to bleed off some more speed. I'm going to let my nose continue dropping. We're bleeding off speed nicely. Down to 200 meters. We want to get that down a bit further. So bringing our nose down. Okay, deploying air brakes. Okay, bring the speed down to 67 meters per second. Throttle off. Air brakes back on. We're just bringing her in nice and slowly. Brakes off again. And flaring up. Okay, we're down. So let's bring this to a halt. Without locking the brakes too much. Okay, we've made a successful landing, so that is our first successful ground attack mission in our heavy bomber. So we're going to have to see what the Northern Coalition pulls out their pocket. They've currently got a army. This was just the Armoured Spear Group. I'd assume it would be made out of their Stormtroopers and their best tank companies. So I'm hoping that we've put a serious dent in the Northern Coalition land forces. But we're going to have to see what they decide to throw back at us. We've managed to repulse them, so I'm happy with the turnout. We've come back to safety. I'm going to recover the vessel. I'm going to recover the vessel, and so thank you very much for watching, everybody. This has been Kerbal Space Program PvP. I have been 4040. If you enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up. If you've not enjoyed this, hit the thumbs down. And in any case, let me know what you thought in the comments and how I could do things better. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.